Afternoon, Padge here, back with a new juice review. Apologies first of all to Jackamoo Juice. This is way overdue. I got red carded probably about 9 days ago and I hadn't had a chance to get to the post office. Eventually got there. Was going to do this juice review on Friday. I added the nicotine about 36 hours before. I did want to quickly try them because I have noticed that with any juices now which come in these short fills, once you add the nicotine, sometimes it takes quite a while for the nicotine to settle and for it to become like a true 3 milligram juice, etc. And they weren't completely ready, so hence why it's been delayed. But going forward, this is the new retro range from Jackamoo Juice. £6.50 for 60 mils. Comes in 0, 3 and 6 milligrams, obviously with nic shots. Exciting flavours. They will take you back to childhood. You've got cola cubes. You've got whammy, which is their take on wham bars, fruit pastels, lemon sherbet, and rhubarb and custard. Now, I've literally just re-wicked the Vanity Vape Mesh RDA. Fresh bit of cotton on there. Got a new mod, people, the Voopoo Drag. Really liking it. Going to keep this video nice and short and tight if I can. So I'm going to try. I'm going to leave the rhubarb and custard till last because rhubarb is generally a very strong flavour. I'm going to go for cola cubes first. They have been opened. They have been tried very briefly and stuff. But here we go. As soon as you open that bottle, the cola flavour is immense. It's sweet. It's a true sort of sweety, candified cola flavour. It reminds me more, actually, of, and I've had this conversation with my wife, because it's cola cubes on the label. It's meant to be cola cubes, those very sort of hard cube-like cola sweets that had the sugar on the outside. But for me, this reminds me so much of the giant sort of cola bottles and stuff, and the ones that had the sugar on. So let me just quickly juice this up, and it does take a hell of a lot of juice because there's a lot of cotton. But with these mesh coils, you have to really pack that cotton nice and tight, and it does like a good juicing up, don't we all? So right, got it on there. I've got it at 62 watts and a 0.22 coil. Let's take a toot. Smashed it. Out and outright cola. That is all you're going to get with this flavour, and that's all we need. It's a really good cola flavour. I try it. It doesn't really remind me too much of cola cubes, apart from the taste. There's a sort of sugary aspect on cola cubes, or a slight sort of aftertaste of a cola cube. This for me though is more like cola bottles, and it's even got a very clever aftertaste. It's got that sugary aftertaste afterwards. Cola on the on that toot, on the inhale. Exhale, oodles and oodles more of cola, and that sugariness, that sort of real sort of sharp, zingy sort of sugary twist to it. It's really nice. Vape production is always really good. 70-30 VG/PG. Superb. That is so. I've had cola flavours in the past. They've all become a little bit sickly sweet, but this is amazing. And the smell, the aroma as well is just lovely. Onwards and upwards, whammy. Now this one I haven't tried. Let's have a It's very, very fruity. Let's give it a bit of a shake. It does smell like the sweets, actually. It does smell like the sweets. A few drops in there. Let's take a toot. For those of you who don't know what a wham bar is, it was a sweet that came out in the 80s. It was a long, about yay big, quite thin, extremely chewy, with like little fruity sort of crystallized little bits stuck in the chew right the way through. It was a real sort of teeth breaker at times, but it left you with, it had like a base sort of fruit flavour and all these other little fruit flavours in between. And this is what you're getting with this. It's just a combination of really nice sort of fruit flavours, and it, for me, is an exact replica of wham bars. It's a hard one to describe as a reviewer, because obviously, you know, you're trying to describe how it tastes to people that are watching, and if you've never tried a wham bar, it's even harder. But it has got that wham taste to it. It's fruity. It's almost got like a stickiness to it on the aftertaste. It's delicious. And it's taken me right back to childhood. These sweets used to cost, I don't know, 25p each. Nowadays they're probably about £2.50, knowing the inflation of the way the market's gone. And obviously, you know, I'm talking about 30 years ago. Absolutely, 100% brilliant. Right, that's dry, which is good. On to the next flavour, lemon sherbets. Again, for anyone that doesn't know, lemon sherbet is a confectionery sweet over here. It's a hard-boiled sweet. Obviously lemon in taste, and then you used to, if you was a cruncher like me, I could never suck sweets. I never had the patience to. I still don't now as an adult, but crunch into it, or suck, and it breaks away, and you've got this fizzy sherbet lemon inside. They are absolutely divine. If you're old enough to remember when they used to be weighed out in the shops in quarters, nowadays you just buy them in bags and stuff. But let's give this one a little shake. Oh, it's got a really nice lemon smell to it, almost sort of floral. But it's more of a true lemon taste or smell, this. If you squeeze the lemon, or if you've got like Jif lemon for your pancakes, that's the kind of lemon that I'm getting from it, from the smell. Let's just put a bit on, give it a bit of a, oh, I love that sizzle. It smells divine. Let's have a try. Have a toot. For me at the moment, on that initial toot, I get a really, the lemon in it's really, really nice. It's, as I say, it's a true sort of fresh fruit lemon taste. It's very, very, it's got that sort of lemon bitterness to it, if you like. The thing that I'm not so keen on at the moment, and again, I found with a few Jackamoo juices that they are growers. They grow on me, but my initial thing is there is some, for me, I'm picking up a floral note. It's almost like it's almost like a taste of a locket without that locket menthol sort of back to it. It's lemon sherbet. I'm getting the sherbet edge to it. It's got a nice sort of fizz on the end, but it's a slight little note in the middle that I'm not too keen on. But you can't like everything. It's fresh. It's a palate cleanser. I will give it that. That floral note almost reminds me a bit of Turkish Delight. And that's the beauty about this cotton that I'm using. I do get asked this quite a lot of my reviews. You know, you're not changing the cotton like you used to, Padge, and all the rest of it. Don't need to, in my opinion, with this bacon, cotton bacon, the prime. It dries off really quick, it doesn't taint, and obviously with these mesh coils as well, there is no sort of taintness to the coils, so I'm not actually getting any sort of mixed flavours coming through from the last. And you know, in my opinion, if a juice is good enough, it will carry through a coil regardless, unless obviously it's a menthol or something. Right, onwards to fruit pastels. Straight away, Bush. Again, I've had fruit pastel flavours in the past, really liked them. And it always seems to be that the blackcurrant is the more dominant note in the fruit pastel liquids. I don't know why it is, but it is. And that's what I'm getting from the smell, is a really nice, fresh, candy fried blackcurrant. Put a few drops on. Let's take a toot. This is replicated to a T. Fruit pastels are a chewy little sweet you get in a packet made by a famous company called Rowntree's, and the blackcurrant is spot on in this. On the inhale, blackcurrant. On the exhale, you get a really good mix of fruit flavours in there. It's almost like you've got a handful of fruit pastels and shoved all in your mouth at the same time. That sugarness, that's not even a word. The sugar coating comes through on the exhale. Brilliant. Top marks, this one. Top marks. I love it. It's fresh, it's fruity, and you'll never get sick of that. It's just got the right amount of everything, and that blackcurrant, even though it is the most overriding dominant flavour, it does let the other fruit flavours come through more on the exhale and in the aftertaste. Last but not least, rhubarb and custard. They were one of my favourite little boiled sweets as a kid. Had that yellow streak running through it to replicate like the custard flavour, and it was always quite a sweet candified rhubarb. But what I'm liking is nowadays a lot of people are going for more the traditional true rhubarb taste. It's a little bit stronger, a little bit more tart, and that's exactly what you get when you smell this. But it is like opening up a packet of rhubarb or custard boiled sweets. Let's just put a bit on this. I'm looking forward to this. I love rhubarb. Let's take a toot. Yes! It's a very clever juice, this. On the inhale, it's rhubarb. At first, it's that true tart rhubarb taste, like if you boiled it up. And then, as you vape it more, the sweetness of that sugary sort of note kicks in. It changes the intensity of the rhubarb, dials it back down ever so slightly into that traditional, what we all know and love as the boiled sweet version. And the custard, it was never a custard as custard vapes as we know, or in the sweet. It was never a real custard flavour. It was more of a sweetness, and that is definitely there. This is bob on rhubarb and custard for me. there we have it, folks. Terry Cook, genius. JackAmooJuice.co.uk. £6.50 for 60 mils gets you any one of these flavours. Bargain, Billy bargain at this price. This is their retro range, and I'm so pleased and grateful to Jackamoo Juice, Terry Cook, and obviously Terry Aiken, who's a spokesperson for the company and does a lot of the admin on the Facebook page, for getting these through to me. Sorry, chaps, for the slight delay. I'll be in contact because there's a few juices I've seen being popped up on my Instagram that I really want to get my hands on. One of them, namely, is that screwball that you do, because that sounds divine, and I would want to bring that to the channel very, very soon. And I will be contacting you in due course. But there we have it, folks. The retro range by Jackamoo Juice. Seeing is believing. Try it. Snooze, you lose. Get it. It's worth every penny. And if you don't know half of what the sweets are, they're all worth a very good pump. I've been the Padge. This has been my newest e-liquid review. Please check me out on Instagram, Padge772018. And obviously the YouTube channel, but you're already there. Take it easy. Stay safe. Bye for now.